Today's card is a Peekaboo card, and it's this one here that I've made. I'm just going to show you how to put it together. Now this is the extra surprise. There's a reason to be jolly. Ta-da! So I thought that was just a little bit different. And maybe you'll like the idea, maybe you won't. But I just thought, I don't think I have ever seen a card that combines a Christmas theme with a birthday as well. And it's very nice for people to be remembered. Quite often those with Christmas birthdays don't get birthday cards at all. And you know, if you're only going to send one card, at least you can send one with both on. I want to put some snowflakes around the hole I've got in the card here. So I've got my daisy wheel number 1, and I'm going to centre it in my circle. Now as it happens, the circle is pretty much the same size as this second ring of holes, so not difficult to line up. If it wasn't exactly that size, I could put the cutout in there, mark the centre of the cutout and centre it up that way. And I've just got a pencil and I am going to go around and just mark out all these areas, and then I will have even spacing of my stamped images going around the circle, because I find if I don't mark it out first, I do not get even imaging at all. I'm going to zoom in and hopefully you might be able to see the marks, if the camera will stay in focus. Yep. And I'm going to do some stamping. I have a very small snowflake stamp here. So all I have to do now is decide where I want to position my dot, and I'm going to go for one of the points on my snowflake. And I'm going to put it down like so. And as long as I use that dot as a reference point with one of my points, it's going to come out looking fairly even. For this card we need to have 3 pieces. We have the front, we have the back, and we have the insert. So what we need to do is to take this insert and to adhere it to this fold on here, like that. So I've tried doing it sort of holding it up in the air before now, and it's been a complete and utter disaster. I've tried doing it down like that and it's been a disaster. So what I'm going to try doing is simply putting it flat like that and then putting it like that, because I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing it. So I'm going to zoom in. There we are, really close up, and I'm going to put some tape on here. On that. Trim the bottom bit off. So that can go like that. So the only thing that you need to do then is to put tape or glue, whatever you're using, on this bit, and then line up the 2 holes and line up the edges and glue it on. So there we go. So that's the card that I've finished off this morning. I have another design here where I did a monochrome one, again with a little bit of a surprise, because when you open it up you get a full colour picture. The file will be included in the link below. So the thing that is important is getting your images in the right spot. The one that you're going to see when the card is closed is the one on the very back piece, the one with this fold line here. Okay, so that is contrary to what you would normally think. The one on the back of the card is the one that you see at the front, and the one that you see the second time round is the one that's on the front. Yeah, slightly confusing, but you can always mark your card pieces and then you'll get them around the right way. What I suggested you do is to make a paper template or a plastic template. If you think you're going to make many of these, make a plastic template up with some acrylic sheet or something. You know, the acetate, that's the stuff. And then when you're making your pieces up, you can mark which drawing or which image, which sentiment or whatever is supposed to go where, and put it on in place with your acetate, and then put your card together. It's relatively easy. Now this one has got the circles. It could be a square, could be a long piece, whatever. If you're doing that, you do need a piece of sticky tape over the back one just to stop it from catching, because it tends to catch on the edge of the card if you don't. Okay, but this one, as you can see, it's actually got the images directly on the card itself. Now you can only do this if you do one of two things. You either need to just stamp a single image and not colour in on the back sheet, which is what I've done here, or you are going to need to put, unless you have a very special thick card that doesn't show anything through it, you're going to have to put a cover on the back of it. But other than that, it makes no difference. I quite like this way of doing it because there's nothing for anything to catch on. There's less pieces to cut out. So I quite like that version. But, you know, it just depends on which one you like to do. So there we go. That's it. 2 different ideas for the same card. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.